everybody, welcome to session 1 of the podcaster tutorials, your inspiration to create a project based on an income generating podcast that you can use on your blog. If you've got a blog already, you can incorporate a podcast, or if you're considering starting a brand new blog, this series of tutorials is for you. So let's get right ahead. This is session 1, and session 1 is all about the niche. Follow your passion. So let's go straight into it. So I'm going to cover 3 things in this tutorial: realizing your passion, finding your niche, and confirming that you do indeed have a niche. So sit back, relax, and let's do it. So the first thing is, what is your passion? This is probably the most important question to be answered in this series, because if you don't have passion about what it is that you want to go on to, then quite frankly, you're pushing a car uphill, and it just ain't gonna work. So let's get into all that. What is it that you do for hours on end without feeling the need to stop, without feeling any pain, without getting bored, without getting tired? What really gives you that buzz, the energy to keep you going? There are times when you're working on something, you even forget to eat lunch sometimes. What is it that you'll be doing then? That is what I call passion. Then let's look at, what do your friends, your peers, your family say when say about you? What are you good at, and what do you talk about all the time? If you're a chatterbox, most of the time you're talking about something. What is it that you're talking about? These are questions that will help you identify your passion. Then lastly, I want you to consider, where do you get your interest, inspiration from? What magazines do you read? What websites do you go to? And which books do you read? What is it that you say you never want to miss? So when you've answered these questions, we're getting closer to defining what's your passion. Right, let's move on right ahead. So now that we know a little bit about what your passion is, let's find your niche. Your what? I hear you say niche. Niche in some circles, I don't know how you pronounce this word, but it's a niche. So let's go straight ahead and define what is a niche. So I looked at several sources, came up with one I really liked from Wikipedia. You can look it up yourself. A niche market is a subset of the market on which a specific product, and I might also add service, is focusing. Therefore, the market niche defines the specific product features aimed at satisfying specific market needs, as well as the price range, the production quality, and the demographics that are intended to impact that product or service. So that's the definition of a niche. And this is what we're after. We're after that niche. So let's go right ahead. What are some of the questions you need to ask in order to help you determine what your niche is? So let's go straight into it. First question is, are you solving some kind of problem out there? Is your niche idea solving a problem? Secondly, if it's not solving a problem, at least, is it alleviating some kind of fear? Is it removing or reducing significantly fears that people might have on anything? Spiders, I don't know. Third question is, what can you teach somebody or show somebody who will appreciate the lessons that you've taught them? The last question is, this niche, is this something that you're going to be enjoying doing? Because you're going to be doing this hour after hour, day after day, week after week, and year after. You get the picture. So these are the 4 questions which help you determine what your niche is going to be. So let's move right ahead and look at some ways in which you can really confirm that your niche is actually going to be some business idea. Because this is what it's all about at the end of the day. We want to monetize your passion. Okay, so are people going to be interested in this niche? If so, how many people will be willing to listen? 2 questions Not very easy to answer if you just starting out identifying this niche. But we got great tools I want to introduce to you. Now, I've used most of these tools myself with great success. Really enjoy working with them. So let's go right ahead and look at some of the tools. So the first tool is Google AdWords. This is a free tool that comes as a keyword tool. So it's part of the Google AdWords suite of tools, but it's actually called a keyword tool. And I'll get to show you what this looks like. The second tool is Word Tracker. This is available as a paid service, but you can start off with a trial. So I believe you can also do with Niche.bot. Niche.bot is one I haven't used, but I will just show you how to get information on that and you can decide for yourself. And the last tool is Market Samurai. Again, a paid service starting off with a couple of days free trial. So 4 tools to help you confirm whether your niche makes business sense or not. Right, let's get straight into something even more exciting. So the first thing, we want to try out the Google keywords tool. So all you got to do is just type in Google keywords. Before you even finish typing, you just go to Google keyword tool and then look for the one that actually says keyword tool AdWords online advertising by Google. You could use that, or the better one still is keyword tool external. So you could use this as well. So let's go straight ahead and look what this tool looks like. Okay, so this is basically your starting page. In this area is where you're going to type in what is currently your niche idea in words or in phrases. So in my case, let's have a look at puppy training, like that. Okay. The next thing I want to show you what you may want to consider is, I propose you click down this little cross here. Instead of selecting the United Kingdom, which is where I am currently, I'll select all countries, because you know a lot of these businesses, they are cross-continental, cross-national, you know, they're international businesses. So select that bit. And yeah, that's about it for a start. And then you want to scroll down a little bit and then type in this code that you get. It's a test to see whether you're a human being or you're just one of these bots, all these machines that just go all over the web and do whatever they like to do. But you're not any of those, so that's great. So let's have a look what comes up. So you hit search. Takes a bit of a while to search. Now, these are the results that have been retained. So this is our first indication of whether our niche makes sense or not. So remember what we're doing here. We're looking at what are people currently searching in terms of what assistance they need, in terms of some of the problems they have. So it's already starting to answer some of the questions we were asking earlier. So let's have a look at how we can make sense of this report. So the first thing you want to look at is, you've typed in a generic key phrase or words such as puppy training. That's my niche. Over here, these are the keywords that have actually been used by prospective clients that you are going after in terms of searching for what they want. So people have typed in puppy training biting, and 3,600 people monthly globally have typed in that search term. If you go to the little definition link here, it tells you all the information you want to know about any of these fields in this tool actually. So you just hover over the question mark, it will tell you exactly what that. So that's quite easy to use. I'll come back to this competition in a while. Local monthly searches is as it implies, local being, you know, if I had selected United Kingdom, for example, that's when this would make sense. I would have a global search and a local search, so the whole world and my territory. Then this last column here is local search trends. It shows me starting from December 2009, so that's 12 months ago, to November 2010, which is like last month, what has been the trend in terms of this particular search term? How many people have actually entered that term to search? So straight away, we're getting an indication of the size of the niche and the potential of the business. This is why these tools are so great in terms of setting you off in the right direction. You wouldn't want to come up with a niche idea of something that is got nobody absolutely interested in searching for that particular term. But hey, look, we've got so many things happening here. The next thing I want to encourage you to do is, if you come over here where it says columns, if you click that, a pop-up appears which shows you additional columns you can add to your report. The one I want to encourage you to use is the one called estimated average CPC. I'll come on to that in a minute. So if you save that, the report regenerates and includes a new column called estimated average CPC. Now, what this column is showing you is it's showing you the average cost per click, or the CPC. This is a value, monetary value of what people are willing to pay. Anybody who's advertising, using paid advertising, and we'll come on to that in a couple of tutorials from now. But as a start, all I want to bring to your attention is the higher the value of the CPC, the more competitive your search term is, and therefore the more competitive your niche is, and it will probably require a lot more effort and resources for you to be competitive in that particular niche. So the estimated average CPC is just a very good high level view or feel of how competitive that niche is. So combination of this value as well as a competition. If you hover over here, you see it shows you this particular keyword is medium competition. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you on here is you could sort these terms by in ascendancy or descendancy order by just clicking on here. The highest values will come right to the top. So puppies is too generic a term, as you can see, but 9 million people search for that term. And if we scroll down, you can go 100 results per page. Scroll down, you go as far as dog aggression, puppy potty training. So hey, I'm not really concerned about dogs. So what I can do is I can go ahead on here and say exclude the terms dog, but include the terms puppy. Okay, straight away my report automatically regenerates, giving me my new preference. You can add as many words as you want. Exclude the term let's look at, or rather include the term potty. Let's say I want to train my dog for potty training. Yeah, puppy potty training. And now we're starting to see very specific results relating to that niche. So by just playing around with the different phrases, and try as many different phrases as you can. And see what comes up. And just really the best way to use this tool is just to get to use it. That's the best thing. So not a lot in terms of setting it up, but it gives you your first real feel of how big your niche is. And what you can also do is, if I go, for example, how to puppy train, and I want to see the kind of websites relating to this already existing search term, all I do is I just click on there, and Google will take me to when somebody types in that same phrase which we had on there. This is what is retained. So these are the search results that are actually retained. Okay, and if you're interested, you can then go into any one of these to have a feel. Is it really possible to housebreak a puppy in 5 days? Then you start seeing, how you can actually pitch your niche idea. and how you compete. So that's Google AdWords in a nutshell. I'll then just conclude by showing you, I'm not going to go into these in this chapter, but Word Tracker works on quite different platform, but uses Google phrases and keywords as well, but a lot more analytical tools built into it. Niche.bot, as I mentioned, I haven't had a chance to use this, but just reading through my research, it is one that is highly recommended as well. And the last one I've had a chance to use as a trial, and by no means the least, and highly recommended, is Market Samurai. Fantastic tool. These guys know what they're doing. So those are the 4 tools. So let's just do a recap. So first of all, it's all about your passion. If you ain't got no passion, don't even start this, right? And every one of us will enjoy different things, and that's what you need to use. Go with your passion and everything else will follow into place. Secondly, your niche should satisfy specific market needs, solve a problem out there, alleviate a fear for somebody, be useful, it must be valuable for it to be an attractive business. And then lastly, there are tools which are specific for confirming the viability and the shelf life, if you like, of your niche idea. So resources. So if you want all of the links that we've been referred to in this tutorial, the link address is podcaster.com/the niche. Then as a last bit, here is your homework. Take action. So first thing, confirm what your passion is all about. Second thing, identify your niche. Third thing, I would encourage you to just talk to as many people as you can initially, just to bounce off your idea, have it refined, but people who ask questions and so on. That helps to clear your mind what it is that you want to focus on. And then lastly, choose one or all of the tools that I've shown you to confirm the viability of your niche. And if you do these 4 things, you're well on your way to coming up with a profitable podcast blog for your business. See you in the next tutorial. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.